Hey everyone, it's Alison Heikkila. Thank you so much for joining me. We are going to play with some of the new items in the Field Notes collection from Spellbinders. I love anything with a forest feel, think like ferns and mushrooms and cottagecore, that kind of thing. I love that stuff, and I'm so glad that it's popular right now. So the first thing that we're going to play with is Lush Ferns. This is a new BetterPress set. It's really beautiful. I love these ferns. I have these ferns growing in my yard. My mom has them in her yard. They're so pretty. And it comes with this sentiment. I don't know if we're going to use that sentiment yet. We'll see. But I thought, based on the experiments that I did on my Wednesday video, if you didn't catch that, make sure that you go back and watch that video because it was a lot of fun. We're going to play with some Distress Oxide Sprays on cotton cardstock. All of my supplies are going to be listed in the description below, as always. But we're going to play with this first, and then we'll BetterPress onto it. I really would have preferred to use Distress Spray Stain, but I don't have any spray stains in green, which is basically a crime. It's just something else I'm going to have to get. So I have Mowed Lawn and Peeled Paint. I'm going to start by just spraying this here and there. We're going to play with this a little bit, and then we'll move on and BetterPress later. Just going to kind of attack this a little bit like that. And now I'm going to get some water, activate those oxides, get this color to move, and see what we get. Again, this is cotton cardstock, so it's got a nice texture to it. I think I'm going to just go in with my finger. I love to finger paint, so this is fine. If that's not something that you want to do, I get it. You can use gloves. You can just use a brush. You can avoid doing this at all if you don't want to. I think we need some more of that Mowed Lawn. No, Peeled Paint, excuse me. A little bit more water. And then maybe I will dry this and see what we get from that and then go on from there. So I'm going to get my heat tool and dry it, and then we'll move on. So this is dry, and I like it, but I think it needs more, and we're going to use some of this ink that's left here. So I'm going to just dip that in. And I think that we need some brown. Not a lot, but I think that it would be good to have some. I'm taking my water and I'm going to splatter some of that on here. See that oxidizing happening? All right, I'm going to dry this a little bit. That looks pretty cool. I like it. Not a lot of layering happening here. It's just one layer and a little bit of this extra ink here, which is very cool. Unfortunately, I don't have any brown Distress Spray Stain or oxides. I know, guys, it's sad. But I do have some Walnut ink from Sukaneko and Imagine, so I'm going to just add a little bit of this on here. This is very different from oxides and spray stains, but I really just want some brown. I could always use, oh, that's getting soaked right in. I could use Distress ink pads or the oxide pads and smush it onto my mat and use it that way. But I thought I'd try the walnut ink. It's okay. I don't love it. Could be because of the texture of the cardstock, but all right. I think I'm going to get some walnut stain distress ink and smoosh that into here. I added some walnut stain to my glass mat, and now I'm going to spray it with water so that it will move around a little bit. And now I'm going to just dip this right in and try to get some variation in color. It's really picking up a lot of that oxide. The oxide tends to overtake the ink, which is fine. All right, I think we're getting somewhere now. Go back in with the water and add some more splatters. Break that up a bit. And then heat this for a moment. And then pick up some of that excess. Now this is going to be a very different look than if you were using like smooth Bristol cardstock, or I'm sure any of Tim Holtz's cardstock, because again, this is 100% cotton cardstock. But I'm liking what's happening here. I think that it's working out pretty well. And I'm really liking that bit of yellow that's showing. So I have mustard seed oxide, and I'm gonna just a little bit. Whoop. Yeah, I think that that's good. All right, I'm gonna dry this and we're gonna move on to the next step. We're gonna use our BetterPress now with the ferns, and we're gonna use them a couple of times. I'm gonna have them coming off of the edge like this. And then we'll put one here, like that. Whoops, what am I doing? I'm going the wrong way. And then we need to just attach our paper. We do it on the back of the paper. Okay. And now I've got Rainforest VersaFine Clair, and we're going to apply that color to the ferns. I really like using VersaFine Clair with the BetterPress. If you don't have VersaFine Clair, experiment with what you have, because really, I haven't had any problems with any of the inks that I've tried. All the brands that I've played with have worked so far. Okay, I'm going to run this through my die cut machine. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. That is beautiful. Okay, so now I think that I want to move this one kind of over here. And we'll do the same with this guy. I don't really want them to overlap. Okay. And I'm looking at the guideline, the center line versus this center line, because they're going to match up those lines. So I can see that this one is just barely touching that line. So I should be okay with this like this. And if it overlaps a little, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so one thing to keep in mind is you don't want to have your plates hanging over the edge, because I had a hard time getting it through my machine just now, and it might have messed it up. Yeah, it's not perfect here, but that's okay. Maybe we'll put our sentiment there. It's fine. And I did have a little overlap, but it looks pretty. So now we're going to work on the top. Yeah, I think that that's going to be a good spot for a sentiment. And really, I think I only just need to put this one. I don't think I need this little guy at the moment. Now, you know what? Let's flip it this way. We're going to flip it this way. I think that that's going to be better. Right? Yeah. Okay. A little bit more ink. And then we'll run this through one more time. Oh, that's so nice. I love it. Now, does this fit here? Not really. We could put it there and just have it overlap. Nah, I think we're going to skip it. I really like what's happening here. And then again, like, we'll put a sentiment there. So I'm going to clean this up and then we'll move on. I grabbed the Field Notes Wildflowers die cutting set, and this is only some of the dies in that set. And I'm going to cut it out of white cardstock, and then we're going to color it really quickly. We're not going to go too crazy with it. I'll take this too. This is like a little piece of faux tape that kind of holds your flowers in place, which is so cute. So I'm going to run all of this through my die cut machine, and then we'll color it. Everything's die cut, and I pulled a couple of colors of Distress ink. I'm going to zoom in. There we go. And I'm going to add some color to these items. We're going to start with Scattered Straw. And I'm using my waffle flower brushes to add color. I am crazy about these brushes. I really don't like to push people to get items, like to make purchases, but I'm telling you, if you do any kind of coloring on die cuts, this is such a great collection of brushes. These are the Shader Plus ones, and I love them. I love that the brush tip is at an angle. It's so comfortable for me to hold. It's just, they're fantastic. So see how quick and easy that is? We don't really need to do much more to that. I love that. Okay, so now we're going to go in with Rustic Wilderness. And I'm going to use my darker green side. And we're just going to add a bit of color with that. See how quick this is? So fast. I mean, you can take more time if you want to, but you can even press this directly into the ink pad. I do that sometimes if I want to have like a nice texture, but these pieces are so fine you're really not going to see it. Okay, that looks good. And then I have a leaf here, same thing, adding a bit of color. And then we have the piece of faux tape. But I don't know what color I want to do that yet. Okay, so that is going to go like this. And then this leaf we're going to have over here. Like so. That's going to be really cute. Maybe we'll bring this down. I don't know. I'm going to glue this together and then we'll figure that out. I have the Propagation Garden Sentiments here. This is from the Propagation Station collection. It came out last year, and we're going to use the Thinking of You, and I've got the coordinating die for that, and I'm gonna stamp it on this green cardstock. It doesn't look very green until you put it next to white, and then you can see how green it is, but I don't really want a stark white sentiment, so we're going to use this pale green. And I'm going to also use the Rainforest VersaFine Clair again. And it will perfectly match our fern. So we're going to do that. Stamp this down. Perfect. And now I'm going to die cut it. I have decided that we're going to use walnut stain to color this faux tape. I'm not going to make it super dark, just a bit of color. And that's going to go like this. And then this is going to hide the little botch that I have here. And again, that only happened because I had my fern sticking out of the side of my die cut machine. That's the only reason. How cute is that? I like it a lot. All right, let's get this glued. Okay, everything is glued down. But I have to say, I think I want to add a little bit of ink on the edges just to bring your eye in. I was going to say that this was done, but I really think it needs a little bit of drama. So I grabbed Rustic Wilderness and a regular full-size blending brush. And I'm going to just add a little bit more green to these edges. And now I'm going to go in with some more walnut stain. It's just bringing your eye in and making this a bit more dramatic looking. It creates like a vignette, which I think is really nice. Probably should have done it before I glued everything down, but it's fine. There we go. Oh yeah, that's got some drama now. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. And now what I'm going to do is attach this to my card base, which is going to take just a moment. Got a little something there, because I didn't cut this down, so it's a full panel. Okay, I've got some glue on there. Oh, I forgot to add my extra leaf. Silly. Okay, we'll do that in a moment. Let's glue the leaf. And then we can call this card done. How cute is that? Oh, I love this. That's a fun card. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you keep playing. Have a good time, and I hope that you check out this new collection from Spellbinders. It's the Field Notes collection. I'll have some other projects with it coming up soon, and it's just so pretty, so definitely check it out. I will see you guys very soon in the next video. Be well, stay safe. Peace out.